Hi, everyone. I'm Mitch Juricich, and welcome to the 93rd year of Hooked on the Niners.
And I'm Mark Naismith, and we'll take a look at a big win against the Green Bay Packers and that bully, Clay Matthews.
Bully, slap him. Hey, so I'm Jerry Walker.
Attaboy.
Welcome back to Hooked on the Niners.
Yeah.
We're back again, and we're going to look at next week's game in Seattle.
Seattle, up there, the team up north. And joining us this week is Terrell Jones, so it's old family week here. We're going to talk about that great 49er win, preview Seattle, as they said, and take a little look around the league, and some other stuff, too, right here on Hooked on the Niners.
Hooked on the Niners is supported by the Canyon Inn, 650-363-1646, and on the web at www.canyoninn.com. Bach Construction, 650-344-4844, or on the web at www.bachconstruction.com. Lawson's Wildlife Adventures, 650-504-3400. On the web at www.lawsonwildlifeadventures.com. Tessa's Pepper Jelly, 650-787-2357. On the web at tessaspepperjelly.com. Check out the Peninsula TV studio with over 2,000 square feet of space in the auditorium of the Samtrans building in San Carlos. One studio, many looks. From a simple talk show to an onstage production, from musical performances to business webcasts, PowerPoint presentations, Skype interviews. With our state-of-the-art control room, we're one mouse click away from going live from our studio to the internet or to Peninsula TV. For more information, call 650-637-1936 or use the Contact Us form at pentv.tv.
Welcome back to Hooked on the Niners. It's great to be back with all of you. I know that you're Niner fans. We are, too. It's four guys just sitting around talking about the Niners nonsensically. Well, he's got some sense.
Very little.
Yeah, very little is right. Okay.
No burgers, no fries.
First game of the season, second year in a row, we beat a very good Green Bay Packer team. Last time it was up in Green Bay, this time here. Lots of great things I think about this game, and some concerns about this game. But as you always say, a win is a win, so I'm just going to go around the table. Tell me what impressed you about the game.
Let's see. And then don't mention Q or Cap.
Don't mention Q or Cap?
If I'm talking about what impressed me?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, that impressed everybody, right?
What's Q?
And Quan.
Is that what they call it? Is that his name? I'm sorry, I live in a cultural vacuum. I didn't know that.
Okay. And you know who Cap is, right?
Yeah, I know who Cap is, yeah.
Those guys both, according to my research of the 49ers media guide,
Right.
I think those were both team records for season opening games, receiving and passing. Pretty good performance, pretty good start.
You know, before we get to you, if you recall, last year when we ended, I said that one of the things that would stop the Ravens from winning the Super Bowl was I didn't think they had a big, tough, physical wide receiver. I was obviously joking, and he about jumped me. From my family, a family member said, when are they going to have the investigation in the NFL that one brother traded another brother, this guy, for a 6th-round pick?
It'll never happen.
It'll never happen.
It'll never happen.
All right, okay.
It was the NFL's way of apologizing for screwing everything up during the Super Bowl to the Niners. Like, here you go. We'll let that slide.
We'll let you have it.
Yeah.
What impressed you, Mark?
Well, I thought it was a pretty resilient win, to be honest with you. You know, they had a lot of breaks handed to them in the first half. You know, the fumbles, the bad, I think was a bad call with the Matthews play that should have been a 4th and 2 instead of a 3rd down play over. And then when they got behind, I thought, oh my goodness, they're not going to let this slip away against a guy like Rodgers. And they came back and they really were resilient on defense, got the ball back, scored a touchdown to get ahead, and held on defense. So I thought it was a very resilient win, to use the word over again, that good teams have to do. They have to step up and win the game when the game's on the line, and they absolutely did that. So kudos.
Yeah.
Two things, no offense. 4th down, had the call been changed correctly, 4th down, well, had it been changed correctly, it would have been 1st and goal. because there shouldn't have been a penalty on the Niners for that
on Staley.
fracas.
Right.
But had it gone to fourth down like it should have been according to the rule book, Niners would have gone for it anyway on fourth down.
I think 4th and 2 they would have gone for it instead of kick the field goal.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But it may not have been a touchdown. They got a touchdown on the next play.
Yeah. You could be right with the new field goal kicker who already missed one. So.
Well, it was 48 yards. Come on. But it's your turn. What was positive? What'd you like?
I like Eric Reed. You know,
man.
For a rookie safety who's taking over for Golson, and you're going against the Green Bay Packers, you're going against Aaron Rodgers, and the corners really didn't play that well.
Yeah.
He stepped up.
His first big play, we talked about this a little bit off air before we came on, when Cobb caught that pass and on my television set, there's Cobb, and oh, God, there's nobody in red. Boom! Out of nowhere. Where did he go to college?
Wait a minute. Did he have to take a pay cut to come to the NFL? That's what I want to know.
Making a little fun of Jerry Walker, LSU. He was the sports information director down there and a big LSU fan. What a great player. What a great player. And as you say, even a nicer kid, huh?
Oh, he's an awesome kid. And he's very intelligent as well.
Let me just do something that I just kind of came to me as I was watching this game. All offseason it was the pistol. How are people going to stop Kaepernick? And to a certain extent, you can say that the Green Bay Packers stopped our running game. I think Frank Gore, as great as he is, 20-something carries, only 40 yards. Right. It's kind of like the 49ers have an offense now where instead of us attacking you, it's like, you pick your poison. Do you want to stop our run? Fine. Kaepernick just passed him dizzy, over 400 yards. I said this, as you guys can attest to, before the season started. I think by the end of this year, Colin Kaepernick will be the #1 quarterback in the NFL. I don't mean statistically. I mean that if you put all the names in the NFL in a hat, started teams all over, and somebody had the first pick, Kaepernick could be the first guy.
I think you could be right. Now,
who would you take?
Okay, you're right. All right, you're right.
Well, no, I didn't mean that.
Okay, you're right. Yeah, you're right. No, you're right.
All right, I browbeat him into that.
You're right.
I think Andrew Luck's in that discussion. We can talk about that later.
Yeah.
Maybe after last night, RG3 might not be.
Yeah.
In that Anyway, game plan.
Yeah.
You thought you were going to get the pistol. You didn't.
Right.
So you planned all offseason to face it, and all of a sudden it wasn't there.
Right.
But you got to say, and this is my opinion, is that this is Kaepernick's best game ever.
Oh.
Because
I agree completely.
Because he didn't run as much,
right?
And he showed people I can throw the ball, I can make the right decisions, I can hit the right receivers, and he did it.
But the big deal to me also was not only hit the right receivers. I think they had 6 pass plays over 20 yards, which is a big deal, and like 2 over 40. So it wasn't not just completing passes; it was really moving the ball down the field.
And
so it wasn't dink and dunk. It was stretching the field, and they've been looking to do that for ever so long.
And laser shots. I mean, just rockets right there.
Fastballs.
And think of what his stats would have been if Williams held on to that pass down the sideline and the one that Vernon Davis dropped. Which, by the way, if we're going to talk about some negatives, he's good for one of those a game, it seems to me.
Well, you know what? Do it and get it out the way, and let's move on. You know?
Right.
You can't catch every ball thrown to you.
Yeah, well, okay.
But he played pretty well, too.
Well, he did. They had a great game. Little concern. I have never seen a whiff on a tackle like Nnamdi Asomugha in the third quarter or at the end of the half.
Well, Parrish Cox was maybe a close second. That tackle he missed for a touchdown was.
Well, at least he caught a piece of the guy.
Yeah, but it's not what you're looking for from your fifth DB. So that may be a long-term issue with Culliver gone. So hopefully it's the one game and you put it away. They won the game, but
that's something that we talked about.
Concerned about.
Something that we talked about last year too is that their corners are the weak spot on the defense.
Yep.
You know.
Yep.
And they're going to have to address that sooner or later. This is only the first game, and everybody's looking at that like, okay, now we know how do we attack these guys. We're going to go at the corners.
Aldon Smith, second play of the game, sack.
Yeah.
Next to last player, another half a sack. This he's amazing. Yep. I don't think anybody's had as many sacks in his first 3 years as this guy has.
I don't think so either.
Yeah.
But did you hear Justin? I love Justin Smith. You hear his quote to Eric Reed?
I give up.
He said, just stay back. The front seven, we've got this.
Yeah, we've got this.
Wow.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we said it was a good win. I mean, a good win is winning on opening day against a quality opponent. There's no question about that. But a little later in the show, we'll talk about a game that's coming up Sunday night that I'm not too tickled about. But when we come back, we'll go around the league and see what impressed us or didn't impress us when we come back right here on Hooked on the Niners.
Hooked on the Niners is supported by California Catering, San Mateo, 650-345-4881. On the web at CaliforniaCateringSanMateo.com. California Catering, South San Francisco, 650-589-0729. On the web at www.california-catering-company.com. California Catering, Emerald Hills, 650-369-4200. On the web at www.cacateringcompany.com.
We're taking people to unique venues around San Mateo County, and we're meeting people behind the scenes. So, Bob, how did you get involved in this? It seems like you're a car guy. When did you become a wine guy?
I had to come up with a name for the cars.
Now, how many acres do you have altogether?
Well, there's over 300 acres total up here, all of which is in an open space easement, so we're not developing it. It's agricultural land, but we've got at the moment 30 acres under vine up here, most of which is Chardonnay and Pinot Noir.
Did you have a background in dairy farming of any kind, or how did this all evolve?
No, I didn't. I didn't know anything about them, but when I look back at it, I really learned how to look after the goats very deeply.
We started, myself and my business partner, Michael Rothenberg, in 1976.
If you'd like more information on becoming a Peninsula TV sponsor or in having your venue shown on TV, just contact our Penn TV team. We'll be happy to help you. Thank you.
All right, welcome back to Hooked on the Niners. Before we go around the league, just a little cleaning up here. Like you said, or I guess it was you, 11 penalties in the game.
Need to clean that up. Game one, but it's not an MO you want to take forward.
Right. And what was it you said? Or you
I
said?
said it was me. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
Well, you guys, I mixed you guys up.
I said, yeah, you're right.
Oh, okay.
That was last segment. No, I said getting the plays in and the clock management.
And too much shifting, and it's always coming down to 3 seconds. Does that bother
okay.
anybody else?
No, 3 seconds is okay. When it comes down to 0 seconds, that bothers me.
Oh, see, he's getting even for me yelling at him in the first.
Exactly.
First and you said special teams.
I said special teams.
Yeah.
You got a new kicker. You cut Brian Jennings. And by the way, Brian Jennings, 13 years, never, ever a bad snap.
Nope.
Not one.
Never. So that kind of
you'd almost want
concerns
to
me as
not
well.
sign with another team and just go out with that record because that can never be broken.
That's true. You're right.
Right. See, I figure that stuff out. Yeah, I'm telling you. All right, as we go around the league, I guess it started on Thursday night. That Peyton Manning guy is pretty good.
Well, yeah,
he's not bad.
He's okay.
He's not.
He may make something of himself.
I missed that. What happened?
Yeah, 7 touchdown passes. But I'll tell you, he threw at least 4 passes in that game that I thought, oof, that arm's no good.
But it got there, didn't it?
Yeah, some of them were a little.
And what Terrell and I were saying earlier,
yeah.
Joe threw a couple of ducks too.
That's right.
Joe Montana.
I never saw that.
Yeah.
Those were all picture-perfect spirals right on the money.
There's a couple that he threw and was Aflac.
Okay.
But they,
New guest next week. Don't you say anything about Joe here on this show. All right, what got me was I'm settled in, got the red zone on, which, by the way, fire the wheel, the red zone channel.
Exactly.
There's the top 3 inventions in the history of mankind.
Oh, greatest thing since sliced bread.
The first kickoff, the guy for Tennessee catches the ball, goes, I don't think I'll run this out. He goes down and his foot is out of the end zone. How does that happen?
He's now auditioning for a country music job somewhere in Nashville.
He'll be on Dancing with the Stars or something.
But the thing is, they still won the game.
They won the game. They won the game.
Pittsburgh's got some problems.
They do. Well, let's go around. Some of the things that stuck out on that Sunday, that was one of them for me.
Steelers.
Pittsburgh.
Roethlisberger didn't look good. They lost their starting running back.
Marquise Pouncey.
To an ACL.
Right.
And, the starting center as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they might be in a little bit of trouble.
That same division, the team across the border, Cleveland. I think they've had 14 opening games since they've been the new Cleveland Browns.
Yeah.
And they've lost 13 of them.
But they're in first place. They are.
No, they're tied. No, wait a minute. They're not.
No, they're by percentage points, they're in first place.
Well, no, the whole division lost.
Exactly. So by percentage points,
they're
in first place.
I guess alphabetically or something.
That'd be the last time they're in first place all year, probably.
Well, I think something that came to fruition for them is that I don't think Brandon Whedon's the guy. I don't care.
Well, he needs to help
I don't
along
care
that
if you have.
offensive line too.
I don't think Norv Turner's going to do it. Well, you know, they got to start looking at that stuff in the draft. What positively struck you?
New Orleans, I think.
They're back.
Sean Payton back on the sidelines is just an immeasurable addition to just their confidence, and they obviously beat a very good team in their in their own place. But they, you know, just the confidence. The other team I like that I still think is consistently overrated is Houston. Maybe not consistently, but they're a team kind of waiting in the weeds. They're down big to San Diego, and they come back with that powerhouse offense. And I think Matt Schaub is incredibly underrated.
He's gifted.
And
no doubt about that
you know, with J.J. Watt on the other side and the boys, I think they're going to be there at the end. So those were two teams that kind of stuck out to me as showing up.
I don't think Schaub's as good as Kaepernick.
Oh, okay. Okay, you win.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you're right. How about Tom Brady?
About
somebody was saying, I don't know who it was again.
Me.
Was you?
I got one. I was one coaching comment in the last 5 years.
Who do I have this week? Right. And I'll just start throwing
what
passes. What
midgets do I have to throw to?
Right.
And he has two of them, and he finds them. I mean, it's just, it still amazes me. Their team is always picked to play well, and he's like an army of one.
Right.
He's an army of one.
Right.
That New England, they're going to be competitive, and they are.
But what you have to do is you have to give their personnel department a lot of credit.
Oh, absolutely.
Because they surround themselves with the right people. And they tell them, look, these are the roles you're going to play.
Yeah.
And if you're not going to play these roles, you're out. We'll bring the next guy in.
But they're not only picked every year for their division, they're picked as a strong winner of the Super Bowl.
Of all the high odds people,
and you kind of look at them again, and you go,
army of one.
Why?
Well,
you know why?
Even look at it like Shane Vereen is down for a few weeks now with a broken wrist.
Yeah.
They've got Bolden sitting there, Ben Bolden sitting there, and they've got LeGarrette Blount.
Yeah.
So they're going to just fill those guys right in.
Yeah.
You know? Now watch for the guy Tompkins, the wide receiver. Now that Amendola's down, watch for Tompkins.
Yeah.
He's gonna be good.
How about the Raiders put up a pretty good game, I thought, against Indianapolis and Terrell Pryor. Wow, he looked pretty stunning.
You know where he went to school?
Ohio State.
My other school.
Ohio State. Gee, many Christmas. How many schools do you have?
He's a player.
Did you ever get a degree from any of these places? Did you just keep moving around?
I'm still paying for one degree. He's a player, and I think they're doing a lot of things right, and I think they're going to be better this year than everyone's giving them credit for.
So do we call them like the Niners of the East Bay?
There you go.
There you go.
Well, wait a minute. Defensive coordinator, Jason Tarver. Offensive coordinator, Greg Olson. Where'd they come from? The Niners.
Okay.
Johnny Lynn. Thank you.
All right, if it makes you happy, we'll do that.
Could be why they're doing right things.
Now that we saw all the games this weekend, just in terms of being a 49ers fan, what team out there scares you?
Well, for a half, maybe Philadelphia.
Okay. All right.
But they'll get caught up to pretty quickly, I think.
Team up north.
Well, Denver with Von Miller backs, in my opinion, for sure.
I don't worry about Denver.
Oh, jeez.
No. I'll tell you who still worries me. St.
Louis.
The New York Giants.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
They just hang. They
have
turned over
number.
the ball 6 times.
They
lose by
450.
Yeah.
They take their starting running back. They bench him, put another guy in, and he does well.
Well, they're good against the 49ers.
Yeah, but
so
they
maybe
hang
that's
around.
maybe that's
what
the
you have to worry
issue.
about is you have to worry about the division first.
Oh no, I know. I'm just talking about teams out there that worry me. That on the, I look at a schedule and I think we're going to win every game. Maybe not next week, but they just scare the heck out of me. I don't know what Coughlin has done there, but they just never give up. Even as badly as they play, they should have had dirt thrown on them at halftime.
Should have been done.
Yeah,
but no.
Just got on the bus and said, sorry, we're going to just get the hell out of here.
Very disciplined dude.
Yeah, they really are.
They don't worry me.
Yeah.
So nobody else worries you?
No, the team that worries me, and you brought it up, is the Saints.
Yeah.
Peyton's back. They've got a new defense. The defense played great.
Jimmy Graham.
Is
that legal?
What a stud. What a
Holy
stud.
Smoke.
I have a small worry.
Uh-oh.
Can you beat a team 4 times in a row as good as Green Bay?
Yeah.
No, that's a good call. That's a good call. Well, we'll see.
But I like the way the tables have turned, though, because remember, for a while there, we couldn't even beat Green Bay.
That's right.
You know? I mean, when I was with the Niners, we were like 0-5 against Green Bay.
Right.
And now, I think the tables have turned, and I like it.
Since you left, they started winning against Green Bay. Huh.
Yeah, since you left, too.
Yeah. Easy. Have to make you guys go to your corners. Yeah, you look at our schedule, and we will take a look at the 49ers schedule at the beginning of the next segment and see how it stacks up. We do have Seattle, and we'll kind of preview that game. They come home to Indianapolis, and then they go to St. Louis. So this is
very tough.
This is a dramatic start. And then they got to fly to London to play Jacksonville.
Not right away. They play Tennessee first, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that London trip's going to be
You've made that trip before.
Yeah, that's
Is
a
that
tough
good?
trip.
Okay.
Well, it's good for the team, but it's bad for the team because it wears you out.
We've got to wrap this up. Are you going to be talking like this when you come back? No, probably not.
Are you going to go see the new baby?
We won't either when we come back to Hooked on the Ninth. You go see the new baby. Yeah, I'm sure that's going to be high on his list.
Exactly.
Where are the bars?
Hooked on the Niners is supported by Parkside Grill, 650-529-9007. On the web at www.parksidegrill.net. Handlery Hotel, 1-800-995-HUSH. The website is www.handlery.com. Poplar Creek Golf Course, 650-522-4653. And on the web at www.poplarcreekgolf.com. Eddie Perez and Company, 650-363-5904. On the web at www.eperezpainting.com. Armstrong Carpet and Linoleum Company, 415-751-2827. On the web at www.armstrongcarpet.com.
Hi, I'm Mike Casey, the host of San Mateo County History Stories on Peninsula Television. I'll be sharing with you the stories of many of the people and places that have made San Mateo County such an interesting and important place. I'll also be telling you some stories that might not be so well known, but have had a significant impact on our county. Please join me on San Mateo County History Stories on Penn TV. I think you'll find our stories to be both informative and fun.
Following one-on-one every day at 7, noon, and 7 on Peninsula TV.
All right, welcome back to Hooked on the Niners. If we can, we'll ask the guys in the control room if they can put up the schedule. Let's just take a look at the Niners schedule a little bit. We talked about it going out of the last break. It starts out pretty tough.
Yeah.
Pretty tough. You know, we had the first one against...
I think they win that opener.
Yeah, thank you. Attaboy. Going up to the Seahawks, we'll get into that. The Colts, the Rams, the Texans. There's not a breather in sight.
No.
Arizona played tough. The Titans... the Jaguars, we got a breather there, but we got to go over to London to get the breather. So we're going to breathe in a lot of fog. That is, you got to think if they come out of that, 6-2 or 5-3, that's hallelujah. You
Tough
think?
games there.
Yeah. I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
6-2, 5-3. Colts at home, I'm not too worried about. Not too worried about the Rams.
Oh, I would be.
Or the Texans.
The Rams defense looks pretty good right now.
I think they beat the Rams this year.
Yeah, well, it'd be nice.
Yeah.
You know, it'd be a pleasant change. Then we'll look at the second half of the schedule. The Panthers, there's the Saints down there.
That ain't so good.
No, that's no good.
One.
At Redskins, I don't know. RG3 just doesn't look the same.
No, I think that
RG3 might
injury's
not be
pretty nasty.
QB in there.
You never know.
Watch.
Rams at home.
He's shaking off the rust.
Yeah, he's shaking off the rust. Okay,
that's
good. Rams, Seahawks at home, at the Buccaneers, Falcons.
That's a tough game.
They're a tough team.
What do you think? 11-5?
I think it's
Something like that?
I think it's in there.
11 better than
6,
that?
11-5.
12-4?
12-4.
I say better than
Now,
that.
you know what? If Kaepernick keeps playing like he did in Game 1, I'm not worried about a team on that schedule. Not a one. That guy is fabulous.
Yeah, but he's only one man.
Well, but if you got to have the one man, have it be the quarterback. I mean, you were just saying in the last segment that New England is New England because of one guy.
Yeah.
You know, and that could be the same thing that's going to happen here.
Yeah, but it's like we've always said, any given Sunday.
Yeah.
You know,
all those
Or Thursday
cliches.
on Monday.
Or when your back's to the wall, or,
Right.
or whatever.
I think the other thing for them that'll be interesting is can they get Crabtree back? And that's,
Yeah.
when if you can imagine putting those three guys on the field at the same time, Crabtree and Davis and Bolden,
Yeah.
I mean, it would really be scary.
That
but,
would be pretty good.
that, as Terrell knows, Achilles is a very nasty injury. Maybe they just quiet him down, but they say November. But if he comes back, wow.
And if Quentin Patton plays anything like he did in the
Right.
preseason,
He's good.
Was he active? Was he activated
He was
last
active,
week?
but he didn't play.
He was active, but not active.
Yeah. He made the field for one play,
But they
didn't
need
he?
to bring him around slowly, and I agree with that. Plus, they didn't need him to do anything because of the way the other two guys were stepping up.
Doesn't it seem like they're drafting that way?
Well,
They're drafting for.
That's what
for
Bill
the
Walsh
future.
used to do.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, Reed, we needed immediate help.
Right.
But back to the schedule a second.
Yeah.
The one that worries me is.
Do you want to back up there? Or
No,
are you
no.
okay? Okay,
I like that television show Unforgettable.
Yeah. I'll say you are.
No, my mind is.
Yeah. Okay. I'll say it is.
I think that's a Thursday night game, and that scares me more than anything because you play Sunday, and all of a sudden, boom, a couple nights later, you're traveling to St. Louis.
Yeah. That's no good. That's no good. All right. We've stalled long enough. Seattle. What do you think in Seattle? Please don't say it's winnable.
It is.
I mean, no.
You know it is.
Yeah, I know it is, but you say it all the time. Is the only reason. I say that. Yeah.
So close your ear here. Do this.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
No.
Okay. He said it. I read his lips.
They're beatable.
Yeah.
And they showed some impressive talent.
Yeah.
Sunday. They showed some good offense, some good defense, even though they didn't score a lot of points.
Yeah.
But they're stoppable.
Oh
my goodness.
Christmas. All right. Just you want us to go faster? What is it? It's got really
I think
scares me. So they are impressive, but I thought that Carolina kept Wilson in the box, and Wilson had some of the biggest Hail Mary prayers that got caught.
I agree.
So go.
He's a good quarterback.
Oh,
he's a very
he's
good
fabulous.
quarterback. I think the thing up there is the sound.
It's tough to play up there. Two, I think, pretty equal defenses. Maybe the Niners a little bit better, but tough defenses playing against each other. Who can control each other's offense? I mean, Wilson's a great player. He's absolutely a great player. Who's going to get the better of each other? It's a tough game to win up there. Just it'll be tough for them to come down here and win.
And the fans up there are pretty rabid. And they're going to try to set a record or something, right, for the loudest stadium ever?
I think they have it.
135 decibels or something.
What do you think? A lot of hand signals and stuff for this?
It's going to have to be.
Yeah.
But again, it's like we were talking about. Wilson, he's a good player. Threw for 320 yards, only one touchdown though. That's the thing that gets me.
Yeah.
Their running game was, it's going to be the battle of the running games.
Yeah.
Because we didn't run well. They didn't run well.
Yeah.
It's like a mirror image.
We got about 30 seconds left. Give me a score.
Any score?
Yeah.
Or a score in the Niners game. I say 21-17.
21-17.
I hate to give scores here. I think they're going to.
We're not going to hold you to. We're not writing them down
with the loss. Unfortunately, I'm going to say 24-21.
He said 24-21. If it doesn't come out,
did you say a loss?
I think they're going to lose the game up there.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I think this is a very tough place to play against a very good team, and it'll be close. I think go the way, but I'm going to say the Seahawks.
All right.
I'm going to go 24-17 Niners.
Okay. I'm going Notre Dame.
47-0.
I'm going Notre Dame, Michigan State, 10-10 tie.
Okay.
Like in 1966.
Oh, stop it. Come on. That's like riding the fence. Come on.
Did I say anything about your pick? What was your pick?
24-17 Niners.
24-17 Niners. We're going to see who comes closer.
Did you pick the tie last year against the Rams? No. That's gutless.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. 10-10? That's like kissing your sister. Come on, man.
All right, we got to go. I'd fight you, but they're telling me we got to go. I wouldn't fight them.
If you fight them, don't slap them, okay? Use knuckles.
We'll see you next time on Hooked on the Niners for this nonsense.
10-10 tie.
I know. Jeez. That's like picking